Hello everyone and welcome back to Football Manager 2018 in our Newcastle United series as we go into the month of March on a strange run of form because we've lost our last two games in the Premier League away to Arsenal and then quite roughly at home against Man City. We were quite unfortunate in that game, I think. It was twice towards the end we looked like we might have a way back. But ultimately, Haidara's 95th minute goal was a bit futile. And it means that we do continue our run of tough fixtures with a match against Chelsea today. We've had a week's rest though, and we'll have another week's rest before we take on West Ham at home. And then we'll finish up away from home against Everton in the league. So three crucial games for us really to get our teeth stuck into. But before we do that, I do just want to say sorry for the lack of videos over the last few days. I think it's been 3 or 4 days since I last uploaded. I was away for New Year, so I just completely didn't have time to record any videos. But it will be back to daily videos from today. And I hope you all had a very happy New Year. You can see for this game against Chelsea, we are not the favourites. Being away from home against a team like that is always going to be tough. But given we are still in the hunt for Champions League football, we are only 1 point behind Chelsea, who are in 4th place. Spurs 1 point ahead of us as well, but have played a game extra. You can see that down in this bottom corner. Arsenal now, probably out of sight really. We're 7 points behind them, 10 games left to go. So this game with Chelsea can decide our fate and whether we are going to stay in with the big teams trying to get into the top 4. If we draw this game, I think I would back us to go on and do well because we'd have played most of the big teams twice. But if we lose this game, it suddenly becomes so much harder. So we're going to be relying on our front three of Sanabria, Pinamonti and Cutrone, who have all been fantastic this season, to get us a goals. Keane is on the bench too if we need him. Andre and Fernandez rocks in the centre of midfield will carry on where they have left off, with Haidara, Lascelles, Lemos, Smalling and Manquillo in defence and Tom Heaton in goal. Jordi Alba with a corner early in the game for Chelsea. Manquillo heads the ball away. Alba chasing after it as Manquillo tries to close him down. Did a terrible job of doing so. The ball is finally cleared away as Azpilicueta has the ball in defence. He tries to bring it forward. Picks out Willian. Spins, trying to get a cross in here. He's got 2 to aim for, but it's in off the post there. And Haidara gets the ball away before he can trickle over the line and into the net. Very lucky escape for us as Arthur comes forward, finds Conte. He might have a strike. He pushes it out to Willian. He goes around the defender, puts the cross in, and it just goes in front of the keeper, but out for a goal kick. And we do survive that early threat from Chelsea. Not yet got a foothold in this game. Chelsea dominating possession and the shots at the moment. And Andre now picking up a knock. He is going to have to come off. I am not risking him in this game or this season because he's such a big player. And we do have Danny Drinkwater sitting on the bench, so it would be silly not to play Drinkwater as he comes on. And really we just need to try and get some efforts on target. Although Chelsea have been stalled too, and we have finally got a shot off. So we are the only team to have had a shot on target in this game. Half an hour gone. Willian injured and off the pitch, but they have fresh legs down the right hand side. But they've given the ball away here, and Pinamonti can turn, get the ball forward to Sanabria. He's got a man over and he switches the flank out to Manquillo, who's been so good for us this season. Beautiful ball to Cutrone, very well weighted. But he's got his back to the goal and Christensen has stolen it from him. But Cutrone gets it back and he's found Pinamonti, who can't win the header. Cutrone can try again though. Lays up Drinkwater and he finds the bottom corner. Danny Drinkwater comes off the bench and gives us a lead. I think that's his first ever goal for us. And we do lead at Stamford Bridge. And right now we will be leapfrogging Chelsea and Spurs into 4th place. Jordi Alba with the throw in here in the second half, picking out Hazard, and Morata gets the ball. He had 3 Newcastle players on him. Now it's Jordi Alba. Arthur with a lot of time and space, and he finds the bottom corner. Arthur, a player that I actually tried to sign, but he turned us down because he wanted Champions League football, and that has really punished us now as he gives Chelsea their equaliser. Not the best start to the second half, and we have to pick it up. Haidara with the throw in a dangerous position. He finds Gedson. Ball across to Drinkwater again in a dangerous area. But Conte steals the ball from him and launches a counter-attack as well with Hazard. He tries to get the ball across. Lascelles heads it back to Hazard again. Now Alba. Trying to go down the left. Allowed to just go past the defender. Puts the cross in and Morata in there. Can't beat Tom Heaton, who makes a very good stop. Alba with the throw in. 20 minutes left to go. He finds Conte. Now Fabregas, who's on off the bench. Puts the ball through to Pedro and he just puts it wide, but we are under the cosh a little bit now. 5 minutes left to go, and we've thrown the ball away there. Hazard puts it forward to David Luiz, who's playing up front at the moment. Lascelles with a good tackle. Manquillo forward to Cutrone. Keane is in behind. Keane has been found. He's got another man over. He holds it up, and Sanabria in on goal. Can he finish? He does, into the bottom corner. 87th minute, and we have managed to get the lead. We have to go defensive now, but we have got the lead at Stamford Bridge with less than 5 minutes to go. Sanabria picked up a knock. I had to leave him on the pitch because we've made all of our substitutions. 5 minutes of added time. Can we see it out? It looks like we might. What a win this is going to be in our season. Manquillo puts it in, and we have won the game. Sanabria so late on getting the win. You can see on the stats, Chelsea will be fuming. 20 shots, and they only got 1 goal. Excellent stuff from Tom Heaton in our net. I'm going to tell the team that that was really special. They know it is, because it takes us up to 4th place with just 9 games to go, and most of the big teams haven't been played. A 2-point gap there over Chelsea leaves us in such a good position. And when we look at the schedule, you can see there's only really Manchester United who would be expected to beat us. Everybody else are teams that we can be beating, so we are in a brilliant position to secure a top 4 finish after beating Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. And who'd have thought this in just our 2nd season in the Premier League? But we have to have a look at those teams coming up, because it is going to be tough, and we still need to get through West Ham and Everton before we can be reasonably confident of hanging on to that position. So big games still to come, but we are certainly doing the right thing. The good news from that Chelsea game continues to come, because they have also been beaten by Manchester United, which means that we're 2 points clear of them with a game in hand. Of course, if we lose today and Spurs win, they can take the 4th spot, so the challenge isn't completely at rest yet. We need to keep up our excellent form. But against a team like West Ham, there is absolutely no reason why we can't get a win, given we beat them 8-0 in the FA Cup just a few weeks ago, maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago. We are the overwhelming favourites today, while they are down in 10th place. So we should be getting the win today that keeps our position intact. I'm not going to cry if we do end up getting a draw. As long as we don't lose this match, I won't mind too much, because the team have done so well to turn over Chelsea away from home. But for this game, we do have Sanabria, Pinamonti and Cutrone all continuing up front, with Moise Keane on the bench. He can't even get in our team, our club, a record signing. We still have Andre and Fernandes in midfield. Andre's managed to get himself fit enough to start, despite Drinkwater scoring off the bench last match. Haidara, Lascelles, Lemos, Smalling and Manquillo are all in defence, with Heaton in goal. We're nearly at the half-time whistle, and there has been nothing happening in this game. You can see we are controlling it, certainly on the shot front, but at the moment, not a single highlight in that first half. Although actually in the first 10 seconds we did go close, but Manquillo wasted a free header from about 6 yards out that went a long way wide, nearly for a corner. But at half-time, this is just not good enough against a team we put 8 goals past the last time we played them. We should certainly have the lead by now at home. Our first highlight of the game here, 52nd minute. Ball sent forward by the West Ham keeper. Lascelles has let the ball bounce off his back. Chikorito's in, and that is all it takes. What on earth happened there in our defence? A missed header, I think. It hit Lascelles on the back. For some reason, he wasn't facing the ball. And Chikorito allowed to just run in and put the goal past us. And our job is so much harder after that. But here is another highlight. Gedson in a good position. Loses the ball to Danny Welbeck, though. And Chikorito can maybe do a bit more damage here. He is tackled by Smalling, but then keeps the ball. The 2 United players going in together. Big tackle there. Wins us the ball back. Now Sanabria can counter. He puts the ball inside. Pinamonte's on it. He's in on goal. And it's just tipped over. That looked like it was going into the top corner. But the West Ham keeper with an excellent save. And it keeps West Ham's lead intact. Gedson with the ball finds Pinamonti, who can strike it from there. He puts it back to Gedson. He's on a good position there, but he is tackled, and West Ham get the ball away. Still, we keep up the pressure with Haidara, but he then gives the ball away to Arnautovic. Terrible, terrible throw-in. Chikorito charging forward, well tackled by Lascelles, but still West Ham keeping the ball, getting to that second ball when it's free. Fernandes and Milson Fernandes onto Noble. Now Arnautovic, cutting in from that right-hand side, picks out Welbeck. A lot of space for Aaron Cresswell down the left. Players are coming out to meet him. He dinks it in behind, and Smalling has stopped the play there, and it's a penalty. What is going on with our defence today? Absolutely horrendous. And now we've got Mark Noble, no doubt, stepping up to make it 2-0. Noble does find the bottom corner, an excellent penalty. And 2-0 to West Ham. We are at home and losing to a team we beat 8-0 3 weeks ago. This is absolutely unacceptable. 20 minutes left to play. We have to be scoring around this period if we're going to have any hope of saving something from this game. That kind of ball from Drinkwater will not help. Now it's Lanzini. Back out to Arnautovic. He puts it over to Welbeck, who's been running the show, really. I think he's even playing in central midfield at the minute. Fernandes to Chicharito. Keeps the ball. Now Lanzini. Back to Fernandes. Welbeck moves out to the left-hand side, but then cuts back in and switches a flank to Arnautovic. He then plays it forward, but Gedson intercepts. Moise Kean on off the bench to Sanabria. Now Gedson again to Drinkwater. Moise Kean, there's a man running down his right flank, and he does pick out Manquillo. Can he get the ball across? He does. Sanabria across, and it has gone into the back of the net. Terrible goalkeeping. Gives us a way back into this match, and with less than 20 minutes to go, we have to try and find the winner. It's going to be quite difficult at this stage because there is not much time left on the clock. We're even going to go overload and just hope that it finally works. Gedson with the free kick in towards the middle. Fernandes away. Marin on the volley. Arnautovic heads it further clear. Marin completely on the wrong side of the pitch here. Pinamonti gives the ball away. What a risky pass to be taken in that position with no defensive cover. We have managed to get people back, but that was horrendous stuff. Marin picks up the loose ball and plays in Sanabria in one movement. He puts a cross in. Keane arriving, hits the crossbar, I think, and it is cleared away. That may well have been our chance to get back into this game. Keane unable to finish it, and he's not been as impressive as I thought he would be when we brought him in. And with 4 minutes of added time, I think our chance is definitely gone here. Despite overload being switched on, we are not going to do it today, I don't think. Keane puts a cross in one last time, and it's cleared out. Drinkwater won't be able to play that in, surely. There it is, the full-time whistle. And West Ham have beaten us at home 2-1, and we now need to hope that Spurs did not get the win, because that is absolutely unacceptable. To be losing a game like that at home, I mean, that is the kind of result that costs you a position in the top four, and I think that's probably what is going to happen. If we have a look at the competition screen, you can see Spurs still got that game to come, currently 2 points behind us, can close the gap completely. We have had a bid come in for Diame, but it's only 6.25 million, so I'm going to reject that because he's worth 12. He's asked to leave. I don't think we need him, so he may well be gone. But we have to step up against Everton in our next match. Well, we are exceptionally lucky after our last game that both Chelsea and Spurs did also lose in the last round of fixtures, which means we still have every chance of making the top four because our 2-point gap is intact. City and Arsenal now 7 points clear of us, no hope of catching them from here. But we can still hang on to that 4th place. But away against Everton will be tough. They are down in 13th place, not doing the best at the moment, but a win today with 7 games to go would put us in the driving seat for that top 4 finish. The team going out there is exactly the same as the last 2 matches. I think despite the fact that we didn't beat West Ham, we still have a very strong team on our hands here. Keane possibly could have started. I was umming and ahhing about whether to put him in there or not, but I think really Sanabria scored recently. Cutrone has been brilliant with assists, and Pinamonti's a 20-goal a season player. He's already hit the 20-goal mark this season. So I think really I have to stick with the 3 that have done the job up to this point. Keane can come off and make an impact off the bench if we need him. But the rest of the team, as it has been, a few questions about our defence after the last game. So I'm going to watch them closely and see if Jose Font needs to come in and replace someone. But hopefully we can keep a clean sheet and get the win in this match. Haidara with a corner, puts it into the middle. Lascelles has just flashed that header over the top in our first chance of the game. Another corner, this one Gedson takes, it's come out towards Sanabria, edge of the area, he volleys it back in. Cutrone's header goes into the back of the net, and that is why we left them in there. The 2 of the 3 strikers combining at the top, and Cutrone for once gets a goal instead of an assist, and we have the lead. Half an hour gone and we're still 1-0 up, but Everton on the attack with Balassi down the right hand side. He puts a cross in, Raul is in there, but he's just flashed that one wide. They're playing Raul Jimenez and Gylfi Sigurdsson up top, which is a little bit suspect to me. Hopefully that plays in our favour, but Gedson has got the ball here. Good turnover. Now Cutrone puts it forward to Sanabria. There's a ball through for Pinamonti, and he has found him. Pinamonti, excellent second touch, but a terrible finish. He just had to drag that past either side of the keeper, but instead he put it straight down his throat. and the chance has gone begging as Everton come on the attack. Haidara winning the ball back well. Our two wing-backs, Haidara and Manquillo, this season have been next level good. And they were the positions I was looking at replacing or changing next season, but I'm not sure I need to at the moment. Although Manquillo might need replacing in this game because he is carrying a knock. Going to let him continue this move first. Andre with the ball. On to Gedson. Now Manquillo once more. Two players ganging up on him. They can smell that he's injured. Gedson puts the ball through to Cutrone. Excellent ball into Sanabria. What a first touch that was. But he cannot beat hole in goal. I'm not even sure I'm pronouncing that right. As Carrico gets the ball away. Sanabria chasing after it, but a big tackle and the ball goes out of play. And that should be half-time with a 1-0 lead in the bag. Palmer Brown, sensible forward to Adelaide, and Jimenez has got in, but Heaton with a very good stop there at the near post. If they had better strikers, Everton, I think they'd probably be leading this game, but as it is, we still have our clean sheet. Baines puts the corner in though, Smalling gets it away, and is there a counter-attack here for Gedson? Nope, nothing coming of that. Baines with the corner, puts it in towards the back stick, good header away by Pinamonte, but nobody chasing after that ball. Balassi has a free run down the right flank. He's going to put the cross in. Raul is in there and it's over everybody. But another penalty conceded. This one, Haidara, I think, is given away. And Raul Jimenez will get the chance from the spot to make it 1-1. Jimenez steps up. Can Heaton save this one? He can't. It's in the other corner. Heaton went the right way for both penalties, but hasn't been able to save either of them in our last two games. And it's now 1-1, and we've got 25 minutes to try and get the winner. Barkley in midfield. Plays the ball out right for Holgate, who was given a free run. He puts the ball in towards Jimenez, and Heaton this time does make the stop, and nobody has given a penalty away. 15 minutes to go. Baines puts the ball in, well intercepted by Sanabria. We've got Drinkwater and Keane on the pitch, and here's Andre. Not sure what to do with the ball as he holds up play, but then switches it out to Haidara, who's had to come into the right-hand side with Marin on the left. Keane has been played in. He's off the bench. He's got a free man in the middle. He goes to Cutrone instead, and the header's gone wide. He should have put it to the man who was completely free in the middle, and instead that may well be the chance gone. 10 minutes left to play. We have gone to overload to try and get this win, but I don't think it's going to come. It's going to be a really frustrating result. Our second in a row here. As the full-time whistle comes up, 4 minutes of added time. Can we get anything from it? I don't think we're going to. It's so frustrating, these performances, because we're totally dominating them and getting absolutely nothing from it. It's going to be another couple of drop points here, and had we picked up 5 points, we could have been absolutely sailing. But as it is, I think we may well lose 4th position. I don't know why Haidara is demotivated by me telling him that he's crap, but he is. I'm just so frustrated at these results. I know West Ham and Everton aren't the easiest teams to beat, and at the moment we are still hanging on to our 4th place. Chelsea haven't been able to get above us despite winning. We're on the same goal difference, but we have more games won. The question is, are Spurs going to win? Even they won't be able to go above us. Oh no, they will. If they win, they will go above us. I thought that wasn't going to be the case. No, they've played 31 games as well. So somehow we are still hanging on to 4th place, which is a nice little surprise. But even Bournemouth can now close the gap down to just 1 point. It is all on for this 4th place spot. 4 teams in the running now if Bournemouth win their game, with 7 matches left to play. I'm really frustrated at the 5 drop points. So had we not dropped those points, we'd be 5 points clear of Chelsea and 6 points clear of Spurs, and pretty much a shoe-in for that 4th place position. But we still got to take on United. We are at home for that game, but they are the runaway leaders in the league, so I'm not expecting us to win. And you can see quite clearly our form has totally dropped off the last 5 or 6 matches after a good middle section of the season. So we need to pick that up when we take on Bournemouth and Southampton. Bournemouth are a key game for us now, given they could only be 1 point behind us by the time that game happens. But we also need to take on Fulham away in the quarter-finals of the FA Cup. Still that competition to go after. So a lot to look forward to with about 3 episodes left, maybe 4 of this season. Do drop a like on the video if you're still enjoying this series, though. Make sure to subscribe to the channel for the new episode that comes out in a couple of days' time. You can also check out my website, gencaldo.com, if you'd like to join the forums there and chat all things Football Manager. There's also links in the description for my Twitter and Patreon if you'd like to support the channel over there as well. But until next time, see ya.